What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just finished watching the latest episode of The Mandalorian. My reaction is under my YouTube memberships, so go over there and check that out. I've got 2 levels over there. Level 1, $2.99. Level 2, $4.99. $4.99 is going to get you everything level 1 has. Level 1 has priority replies for me, special polls, and live streams. Level 2 has reactions to all of the shows that I may watch, all of the movies that I may watch, and all of my uncut Try Not to Laughs. First and foremost, I cannot stress enough how flippin' adorable Grogu is. I just cannot get over the cuteness overload of Baby Yoda. Grogu. Okay. So, in this episode, which, by the way, was a little too short for me. Like, I wish it would have went a little longer. But that's okay. Anyway, in this episode, we see that it was kind of a bit surprising because I'm just like, you see all the Mandalorians, they're all, doing their training thing, and they're practicing and fighting and everything. And, Grogu was kind of just looking around and trying to figure out what's what, and then they have him basically dueling against another Mandalorian, and I'm like, are they training him to be a Mandalorian? And so it was so cute because he looked like he didn't know what was going on. And so I keep calling him Mando because that's just his name, but anyway, that's what I'm calling him, Mando. So he's kind of giving him a pep talk. He was just like, you can do it. You're fine. Just teach him what you know, type of thing. So they have these bands. They almost look like paintball pellets kind of thing. So the kid, he's going against the kid. And the kid is almost like, he's too small, and they're basically like, look, it doesn't matter, basically. So they put these bands around them, and Grogu's kind of looking like a little concerned, like, I don't know what like his facial expressions, like I can kind of be like, oh, when he's looking up at Mando, he kind of has this look on his face like, but I don't know if I can do it, like he just has the cutest facial expressions. So anyway, they get ready to go, and the kid shoots one at him, and Grogu reacts. And he's like looking up at Mando like, is that okay? He's like, that's okay. That's okay. Just keep going. Shoots him again. Grogu still kind of looks concerned. So then Mando kind of gives him a little pep talk, and he's just like, basically, show him what you know. So then all of a sudden, they go for like a third one, and Grogu jumps up to behind the kid, jumps back, and hits him 3 times. And I was like, oh shit, look at it. Like, that was probably like my favorite part of the episode, when he jumped up like that. But I thought he was gonna do something different. Like, I don't know. I don't know what could have happened, but I don't know. Like, I figured he was probably gonna use like his own power to maybe block it, or maybe kind of move a certain way so he doesn't get hit. I didn't expect him to get hit twice, but then I didn't expect him to jump either. So that was really cute. So after that, I was just like, yo, do they want to train him to be the Mandalorian? But anyway, so this big vulture looking thing comes in, swoops, grabs the kid. So now this episode is basically all the men, like, a lot of the Mandalorians going after this big vulture to save the kid. So meanwhile, that's happening, and you see Grogu and I keep forgetting her name, the one that does the armor and stuff for the other Mandalorians. She's like, you're too young to go with them, but you'll learn. So I'm just like, yo, I think they're really trying to train him. So then he looks up at her, and she's like, come on, if you're going to be, Mandalorian, there's a lot to do. So he's walking in, and he's kind of looking around, and she's talking to him about, you know, what they do, their shields and everything. And as she's banging on the steel or whatever that is, he's thinking back at when he was at a, forgive me you guys because I don't even know where this was, but he was with one of the guys who kind of saved him from the attack. And I can't tell if it's like some type of PTSD or if it's just really bad fear. I can't really tell, but it's kind of bringing him back there when they were battling and they were shooting all those bad guys. And you know, like, I guess throughout the whole thing they're going through this chase throughout that city or whatever. And then when that was done, you know, you kind of saw him looking back, and I couldn't tell if that was fear. I couldn't tell if that was him feeling protected. Like, I really couldn't tell what that was. But it gave us a bit of a it gave him a bit of a flashback with that. So we finally see that whole vulture thing ending with all the Mandalorians that went after him. They're all climbing this wall and they end up getting to the nest. There's no birds there, but Mando sees a heat source. Then one of the Mandalorians, which at this point we find out that the kid is his, he's like calling for him, and I'm like, something's gonna happen. Like, that's not the kid. There's little baby vultures or whatever this creature is in there. So then of course the big one comes and he like purges the kid out of his mouth, but it looked like he did that to draw the other Mandalorian out, his father, because he covered himself with all like the twigs and stuff. And then he caught like one in each claw. The kid was in his mouth. So now they're all going through this whole thing, trying to save the kid. And eventually they finally got to him and they saved him. And at the end of the episode, they all kind of went back home and everybody was happy to see them and everything. And they brought the baby birds, or the baby vulture creatures, with them to be trained with the Mandalorians. So that's going to be really interesting. But this whole episode, you guys, I really, really enjoyed it. But I can't not stress that, like, Grogu is just like my favorite part. He's the cutest thing. In this episode, when he kept looking up at Mando like a kid will look up to his father, like, that was the cutest thing to me. I can't. I'm over the moon, like, obsessed with Grogu. But anyway, this episode was a little too short, but I enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what happens next. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this review, if you enjoyed the latest episode of The Mandalorian. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Hit like, share. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodle!